So welcome back to the tool shed. This tool I call "Don't fucking fix me." Direct quote. Direct quote from my beloved wife, who over the past 25 years of our marriage has probably said that 25,000 times. Why has she said that? Two reasons. Number one, I'm an Enneagram 8, a challenger, and I just fix things. I just get in there and I'm a fix it kind of guy. But the second part is that last word I used, a guy. I don't really know any guys who don't tend to fix not things, but people. And the truth is, nobody wants, needs, or can be fixed. So, what does it mean, don't fix me? Well, one of the things, if you haven't been in a peer group or one of our Man Uprising peer groups, I hope you'll find your way to it. But there's a primary principle that we have throughout the entire journey of our peer groups, but also in the man cave, and then we try to inculcate it to live it out in our lives. And that is, we don't fix, we don't tell any other man what he should do. When we get into the language of you should, we kind of knock on the table and, just a nice reminder of, hey, we're leaving the realm of, we're getting into the realm of fixing. And Ariella's alarm goes off, ding, 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 don't fucking fix me. So what's the alternative? Well, it's what we call the experience share. And that's pretty self-evident. It's what it sounds like. Instead of talking at a person, and the third reason why I do that, by the way, is I'm a recovering clergy. It's like we're born with a finger to wag and we talk at. Nobody likes it. And instead, all we can do in a peer group or in life is to share our experience, right? It was Nietzsche who said, you have your way, I have my way. As for the right way, it doesn't exist. There is no right way. There's my way, there's your way, there's the highway. But you have to decide what your way is. I can't decide it for you. The moment I cross that boundary and tell you what it is, I'm telling you my highway. I'm telling you my path in life. My teacher mentor, Viktor Frankl, talks about this as meaning, right? We discover meaning, but I can't discover your meaning. When I'm working with clients, I don't discover anybody's meaning. I just walk by their side, helping share through my experiences so that they can better find, their path, their meaning. Maybe they can learn from me. Maybe they can't. Just companioning somebody is a gift unto itself, and you don't have to be a counselor, therapist, or coach to do that. We do that as partners and friends. But in that process, all we're saying is I'm walking by your side, and I can tell you what I've done when I've fallen into a hole, but I can't tell you what you should do. Again, I can share with you my experience. Now, we need those experiences, not just from the person next to us, but that's why I read books. That's why you do too. That's why you read about great people who've come before us, because that's wisdom. I don't have to I don't have to fall in every single hole in order to gain wisdom. I can hopefully learn from their failures, their mistakes, and adopt and adapt some of that into my life and make better choices. Now, sometimes you just got to fall in a fucking hole, and that's the way it is. And that's what we do when we're in a peer group, is we just share the holes that we've fallen into, and we learn from, other people's experiences of being in the hole. But ultimately, we don't say you should climb this way or do that, because who am I to know? How can I possibly share with you your journey? It's your journey. I can certainly bear witness to it. I can tell you, if you ask me, what I think about your journey, but I can't tell you what to do on your journey. That is not for mine to do. Now, whenever I do this with Ariella, right, she has taught me, obviously, she doesn't have much to work with. I'm a pretty slow learner, a quarter of a century later. But she has taught me that my job is to do the following. I think she got this from Alison Armstrong, great teacher on men and women. My job is to just imagine I have a garbage can, and I hold it out, and I simply say, is there anything else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? And do you know what she does at the end of that? When I haven't given her any advice, when I haven't, told her what to do, all I do is hold out the garbage can. Even if I do it a little bit condescending, she doesn't even seem to care. I try not to. She just wants to get it out. It's like vomit, right? You just have to get it out. And if I'm with you while you're vomiting. I will sit there. I will stroke your back. I will hold your hair. I will ask, is there anything else? Do you need a towel? Do you need some water? I can't fix it though. You just have to get it out, and there's only one way to do that, and that's to vomit. Well, we all need to vomit. We all need to get it out, and our job, again, is to support each other, to walk by each other's side, offering a towel and a glass of water, but certainly not insisting and not knowing that that's what they need. They need to go through what they're going through. So Ariella has really, helped me understand that in unto itself is a gift. It's enough. I do think as men, it comes from a place of deficiency. Certainly, I can only speak for me. I know that when I'm in that sort of mode, I'm feeling deficient. I want to help her and I don't know what to do. I feel scared. I notice this in myself. The more scared I am, the more direct talk I engage. I start telling my kids. I start telling my wife. I may even tell my clients because it's triggering me and I'm, engaged in some countertransference stuff. And so the bottom line is I really have to do some inner work in those situations and look at, why do I need to tell them? Where is that coming from, right? What about their story, their journey is making me feel so vulnerable or inadequate or scared? And that's a growth process, especially as men. When we can start to do that, then we become a safer place for people to park their problems. They come to us more readily. I've seen this especially with my kids. No more father knows best, but there are times when I have a duty to step in and say to my wife, say to my kids, say to my clients, this is wrong. Like, there just is those times, but that's few and far between. Better yet to help them find their way down the path. But again, I do reserve the right, as should you, to have those moments of drawing a line in the sand, because I wouldn't be a good husband, father, son, guide, human being if I didn't have those boundaries. But by and large, those boundaries are the exception and not the rule. And so this is what it means to share your experience, companion your friend, your loved one down the road in this lifetime, and ultimately to stop telling them what to fucking do. So with that, I will see you in the next tool. Until then, rise up in the second half of life.